You clicked this video because you want a 29-inch mountain bike style bike that you can go ride around the town and do wheelies on. This is the bike for you. Today I'm going to do an explain and review on the Mafia Lucky 6 STB 29-inch bike. Like always, I tell you everything about the bike from how it's made to what parts come on it. So yeah, let's get to it. I always start from the front, work our way to the back, and tell you everything about this bike. If you don't see or hear the questions that you're looking for and you want to answer, leave me a comment below and I will try to answer your questions so you get that knowledge. So let's start from the beginning or from the front. We got the Mafia Lucky 6 grips. These things are Cranton rubber, super squishy, and feel nice if you're wearing gloves or not, just regular skin. It's got a big heavy duty bar end right here. We got the Zoom hydraulic brake levers. Hang tight because I'm going to tell you if these are front or back, how they're set up. We got a 10-speed micro shifter right here. Going to the bars, there's our pretty wide handlebars. If you're looking for the specs, head to my site and I'll give you the specs to all the parts and stuff like that, from how wide they are, the rise, how they're mounted, all that stuff. Going to the stem, it is a 31.8 stem and it does have a larger clamping area right here. The stem is larger for mountain bike bars. The stem is an alloy 1.1/8" threadless stem, and it has a lot of cutaways to keep it super light. Going to this side, it's got another Zoom hydraulic brake lever, and this one is actually set up for the US, so it is left side is the front brake and the right side is the rear brake. Going to the headset, we got a tall spacer here with a large 10mm spacer here to bring the bars up quite a bit. The head tube is a tapered integrated headset, so it's a little bit smaller here and a little bit larger here. Going down to the forks, you got a 100mm fork, suspension fork with a lockout. So looking down here, if you twist it this way, it's going to lock it and keep it from compressing or moving. If you put it this way, it'll put you into off-road mode. So keep that in mind while you're riding. You can kind of flip them back and forth and give you those different features. The forks are pretty heavy duty. It's got a big aluminum sanctions here and a very large sanction here. And then the lowers are aluminum, and it's got a heavy duty sanction right there. 100mm is just how much it's going to move up and down. So if you're wondering that, it's very minimal. It's only about that much as it's going to move. So that's why a lot of bike life people like this, because they can kind of compress it, help them pop up and do wheelies and stuff. Going to the front wheel, we got the snake skin Lagos tire. This one has like a snake tread. This one is a 2.5 with the wide rim, makes the tire pretty wide. It does have a double wall alloy rim, 36 hole. It's got an alloy sealed or semi-sealed front hub with the quick release axle. On these, make sure you always have the quick release on the left side. You don't need a lot of strength to clamp these down and keep it tight. So look at how easy I clamp it down. That's all you need. You don't need to wrench it down. You don't need to press it really hard or anything like that. So just barely, pretty firm. It's got a cam design here. If it doesn't feel firm, you can just spin this side while holding this side, and it'll tighten it up a little bit and slowly tighten it up until it feels good. And that will keep your wheel on there. This one has, man, it looks like a little bit bigger rotor. Well, 180mm rotor, and has the Zoom hydraulic front brake. So it is a little bit bigger rotor, probably so that you can ride this while you're riding in the mountains, like mountain bike riding or something like that. 180 is going to give you a little bit better stopping power than the 160, but we do think that 180 is overkill unless you do take it off-roading and stuff like that. Going to the frame, is a 6061 aluminum frame. What's kind of cool of this frame has kind of a hydroform top tube and down tube, but it kind of slants and at an angle and kind of gives it that one feel. The front of the tubing all connects together, has a lot of welding surface area. This will help the frame stay together, keep it super solid, and just ride super stiff. The hydroform tubing is like a weird, crazy angle. Goes down here, has a lot of welding surface area. It's got this crazy wishbone down here. These are invest casted, so it's all smashed into one piece of metal, and then the other tubes are welded to it. Going to the seat tube looks kind of crazy. It has this little bend right here and then comes up. This is to give it a little bit more welding surface area and help the frame from getting damaged or anything like that. Just makes it super stiff and stronger. Going up to the seat post, it's got your alloy adjustable seat post. You can loosen this one, tighten this one in the front, and tilt the seat down quite a bit. See how it's already tilted? It could go even more than that. Going to the seat, it has the Mafia seat on here. It's just pretty generic suede seat, but this thing is dope because it's black and grippy, and it's not too soft. It's actually pretty firm. So if you're doing seat tricks and stuff like that, combos, and you're jumping on your seat, the seat should hold up quite a bit. It's pretty heavy duty, got triple stitching on it, and doesn't have too many areas where it's stitched together. So I think that's pretty sweet for this seat, as far as helping it hold up to seat combos and stuff. Going to the bottom bracket, it does have a Euro bottom bracket. You have a 24 millimeter Holotech style crank, and a 32 tooth sprocket. It's got some Mafia knurled pedals. These have a lot of knurl on them. Really basic pedal, lots of pins, lots of grip. Digging that. It also has a 10-speed KMC chain, 10-speed cassette on the rear, and a micro shift derailleur. Going to the other side, we have Zoom hydraulic brake with the 160 rotor. The hub is aluminum sealed rear hub with the 3/8 axle. Down here we got another aluminum hanger. If you need those, we should be getting them available, so check the links on this actual page if you need another one of those. We should be selling those and have those on the page if they're not already on it. Going to the rims, spokes, tires, these are all the same as the front wheel, and that is pretty much it for the Mafia Lucky 6 STB. This is a great bike for anybody that likes the mountain bike style bike. They want gears, they want a 29-inch wheel, they want some really good stopping power, and maybe a little bit more room in the cockpit. Notice how the seat is really low, so people that aren't as tall as other people might enjoy this because the standover height is a lot lower. They can get on the seat a lot easier. So definitely, if you like this Mafia Lucky 6 STB, head over to stackbmx.com and pick yourself up one.